Today we are diving into one of the most talked about and least understood developments in modern military technology. A missile that has quietly shifted strategic thinking, raised eyebrows across Europe, and triggered a race among major powers. Israel's hypersonic missile capability has been exposed in fragments, hints, and strategic signals, and now France appears to be racing to understand it, respond to it, and possibly replicate it. For decades, Israel has followed a unique defense philosophy. It does not seek numerical superiority. Instead, it focuses on speed, precision, intelligence dominance, and technological surprise. Hypersonic weapons fit perfectly into this doctrine. They are not just faster missiles. They represent a completely new class of threat that challenges existing air defenses and reshapes deterrence. Hypersonic missiles are defined by their ability to travel at speeds greater than Mach 5, meaning more than 5 times the speed of sound. But speed alone is not what makes them revolutionary. It is the combination of speed, maneuverability, unpredictable flight paths, and extreme precision. These weapons compress decision time for defenders to mere seconds. Israel has never officially announced a fully operational hypersonic missile in the same way other nations have. Instead, it has revealed its capabilities indirectly. Test launches, defense industry statements, satellite imagery, and cooperation signals have all pointed toward an advanced hypersonic program that is far more mature than many initially believed. What makes Israel's approach unique is how deeply integrated hypersonic technology is with its existing intelligence and targeting systems. These missiles are not designed to operate alone. They are part of a larger network that includes satellites, drones, electronic warfare platforms, and real-time battlefield data fusion. This means a hypersonic missile launched by Israel is not just fast, it is informed. It knows where to go, how to adjust mid-flight, and how to avoid interception. This is where many traditional missile defenses begin to fail. Systems designed to track predictable ballistic arcs struggle when faced with a weapon that can change direction at extreme speeds. Reports suggest that Israel's hypersonic development builds on decades of experience with long-range missile systems like the Jericho series. These platforms provided the technological foundation for propulsion, guidance, and materials science. Hypersonic flight demands heat-resistant materials capable of surviving temperatures that can melt conventional missile components. Israel's defense industry has long excelled in advanced materials, miniaturized electronics, and precision guidance. These strengths are essential for hypersonic weapons. At such speeds, even minor errors can cause catastrophic failure. Guidance systems must function flawlessly while enduring intense heat and vibration. One of the most significant revelations about Israel's hypersonic capability is its potential dual-use nature. These missiles can be configured for both conventional and strategic roles. This ambiguity itself acts as a deterrent. Adversaries cannot easily determine the payload or intent, increasing uncertainty and hesitation. France has been watching these developments closely. As a leading European military power with global interests, France understands that hypersonic weapons are not optional for future deterrence. They are essential. France's concern is not only about Israel, but about the broader balance of power as hypersonic technology spreads. French defense planners recognize that Israel has achieved something remarkable with limited resources. While larger nations rely on massive budgets, Israel focuses on efficiency, rapid iteration, and real-world testing. This approach has allowed it to move faster than many European programs slowed by bureaucracy. France's hypersonic ambitions have existed for years, but Israel's progress appears to have accelerated French urgency. French officials have openly discussed the need to close the hypersonic gap. The fear is clear. Without hypersonic capability, even advanced air defense systems risk becoming obsolete. One reason France is racing to copy or counter Israel's technology is survivability. Hypersonic missiles threaten high-value assets such as command centers, air bases, naval vessels, and missile defense radars. These targets were once considered relatively secure. Hypersonic weapons change that calculation entirely. Israel's emphasis on precision also matters. Hypersonic weapons are often associated with massive destruction, but Israel's designs appear focused on surgical strikes. The ability to neutralize critical targets with minimal collateral damage aligns with Israel's strategic needs and political realities. Another factor driving French concern is export influence. Israel has a history of adapting advanced technologies for Allied use. If hypersonic systems or related components become exportable, they could shift regional power balances far beyond the Middle East. France does not want to fall behind in a market that could define future defense partnerships. Technologically, Israel's hypersonic missile is believed to use advanced propulsion methods that blur the line between ballistic and cruise missiles. This hybrid approach allows for sustained hypersonic speeds within the atmosphere, making interception even more difficult. France's challenge is significant. Developing hypersonic weapons requires more than speed. It demands testing infrastructure, computational modeling, advanced sensors, and industrial agility. Israel's smaller ecosystem actually gives it an advantage, allowing faster coordination between military, government, and industry. Strategically, Israel's hypersonic capability strengthens its deterrence posture. It sends a clear message that even heavily defended targets are vulnerable. This reduces the likelihood of large-scale conflict by increasing the cost of aggression for potential adversaries. France, on the other hand, must consider alliance dynamics. As part of NATO, its hypersonic development must align with broader European and transatlantic strategies. Israel operates independently, giving it greater freedom to innovate without political constraints. Another overlooked aspect is testing secrecy. Israel conducts much of its advanced testing under strict confidentiality. Desert ranges, offshore zones, and controlled airspace provide ideal environments. France faces greater scrutiny, making covert testing more challenging. The race is not just about missiles. It is about sensors, tracking, and counter-hypersonic defenses. Israel's progress suggests it is thinking ahead, developing not only offensive hypersonic systems but also ways to detect and counter similar threats. France is investing heavily in research programs aimed at hypersonic flight dynamics and thermal management. However, translating research into operational weapons takes time. Israel's advantage lies in its willingness to deploy systems earlier and refine them through operational feedback. There is also a cultural difference. Israeli defense development is driven by immediate threats. Hypersonic weapons are not theoretical for Israel. They are practical tools designed for scenarios that could emerge with little warning. This urgency accelerates innovation. France's motivation is more strategic and long-term. It seeks to maintain technological parity and protect its global interests. Israel's success acts as both inspiration and warning. As hypersonic technology becomes more visible, international norms will be tested. Arms control frameworks struggle to keep pace with these developments. Israel's ambiguous posture complicates diplomatic efforts to regulate such weapons. France must decide whether to pursue independent hypersonic systems or deepen cooperation with allies. Israel's example shows the benefits of autonomy, but also the diplomatic costs. In the coming years, we are likely to see more revelations, test data, and strategic signaling from Israel. Each disclosure will prompt responses from France and other nations. The race is already underway, even if much of it remains hidden from public view. What makes this story compelling is not just the technology, but the shift in military thinking it represents. Speed is now a form of stealth. Precision is a form of deterrence. Information dominance is as important as explosive power. Israel's hypersonic missile program embodies all of these principles. It reflects a future where wars may be decided in minutes rather than weeks, and where defenses must adapt or become irrelevant. France understands this future is approaching fast. The question is not whether France can develop hypersonic weapons, but whether it can do so quickly enough to remain competitive. As the gap narrows, collaboration, competition, and innovation will intensify. Israel's early lead has set the benchmark. France's response will help define Europe's role in the hypersonic era. This is not just a technological race. It is a strategic transformation, one that will influence deterrence, diplomacy, and defense planning for decades to come.